All right, so the unranked game is over. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Everybody's in the lobby. I already have the draft links, coincidentally enough. So tough delay, but we got through it. These draft links out to these team captain. And we can get the show on the road. And thanks for hanging out, being patient with us. My appreciado. My appreciado. Draft link sent out. Switch over there now. And before we jump into it, I am gonna guys the link to watch the game through the Chair League site. Superjova made a really cool feature that allows you to upvote players when they make big plays, and those stats get recorded, and just really enriches the overall experience, makes it more interactive. I love the idea. But we are going for the hat trick. We are again on Battlefield of Eternity. Zagar and Sylvanas are going to be the first wave of bans. You're letting Sylvanas through at your own peril, so not surprised to see that 2 + 2 = team are the home team. So they're going to have first pick. We're going to see what kind of prioritization they have here. Last game, Kerrigan was the first pick. Didn't get the most value there. Egg Brexit. Shout out 1981, cool, man. Tyrael's going to be the pickup. They want Sanctification. They want Holy Ground at 16, presumably, if that's the talent that they go for. And also, presumably, Sanctification. But if you're going with the first pick Tyrael, that's more or less the reason why. So yeah, I would imagine the Gray Shirts looks at this and they're like, well, if they go for another warrior, we can take Tychus later on. We have 2 picks now. ETC's out there, Kerrigan's out there, Ariel's out there. Those are hot topics these days. This isn't Zul's best map. You can get value out of him, but his inability to soak both lanes, given the design, you don't really see him too much or favorite too heavily. I mean, he works, but Li Ming is going to be the pickup for the Gray Shirts. They want the poke damage, they want the cooldown resets, they want the burst ability, and a little bit of deja vu. You see Greymane picked up as well. This is a very conscious choice. Keep in mind the Gray Shirts selected this map, so they're going into this for a reason. Li Ming and Greymane are 2 very strong heroes. We saw them do a ton of work in tandem last game, so I would imagine we'd see more of the same. One thing that's really cool about this game that we're about to check out, it's Division 1. Division 1 and Pro Division definitely tend to be more competitive, tend to be more sharp and precise. These are teams that practice, teams that definitely look to elevate their play. So we're gonna see an overall sharper game, I think. Not that you won't see that in Division 2 and Division 3. I just think like the ambitions and just skill level do make themselves apparent in Division 1 and Pro Division. 17 seconds on the clock, and they go for Sergeant Hammer. They got 25 now to pick another one. Sergeant Hammer is an interesting choice. We have seen Sergeant Hammer kind of make something of a resurgence in past weeks. Received a buff not too long ago. She actually saw a good amount of play at PAX West. Her ability to just hang back and have extended range and be an overall nuisance on Battlefield of Eternity is huge. She can burn down Immortals. She can play both offensive and defensively. And it's really going to be up to the Gray Shirts to somehow find a way to dive that far in and apply pressure. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Actually, between the break, I was flashing the Carl Pace sign on the thing. I don't know if anyone noticed. And then Thrall's going to be the pickup. Thrall can do a bunch of work. We saw him do exactly that last game. Sundering's a thing. Ability to engage and disengage with that is cool. He's a strong solo laner. So I would imagine we're going to see Thrall in the top lane since they're going to be on the left side of the map, and the rest of the people with Sergeant Hammer is going to look to try to push the heck out of bottom. And we'll see how that pays off for them. Gray shirts, they're going to ban out ETC. They saw a thing or two about what happened last game, I guess. Because ETC was a whole thing last time for sure. So the ban is going to be Stitches. I like that. I like that a lot considering their composition. At first I was like surprised, but Stitches is one of those heroes we were talking about finding a way to get to your back line, and Sergeant Hammer can do that, or Stitches can do that for you. So you literally make yourself a stationary target, go into siege mode. Ooh. Okay, I like this. I like where the gray shirts' heads are at. You want to go for Sergeant Hammer? That's cool. But we got some range ability ourselves, and if Sergeant Hammer dares to show herself in siege mode, she's catching a Chromie combination directly to the face. And depending on the support that 2+2 equals team goes for, that could be a problem. If they're a single target healer like Uther, you burn that on Sergeant Hammer and your front line's getting poked to death. That could be a problem. But 2+2 equals team are looking to make some counter selections themselves. Zeratul can be a nightmare for Chromie and Lieutenant Morales. So this is going to be exciting. This has been a seesaw battle back and forth as far as draft selections goes. Definitely reactions to what each team are trying to accomplish. I think the Zeratul pick is a game changer for sure. As much as, if not more, than the Chromie selection. Chromie is going to be strong against Sergeant Hammer, but Zeratul has two very juicy targets in Morales and Chromie. Even if he just presents himself, he just, does his combo, QW, jumps away. That has to be a point of concern. And the last choice is going to be Murden, lockdown, people with Stormbolt. He lives forever in a lot of ways, especially going in the late game if you talent that way. So, and thanks for stopping by, Rogue. Really appreciate it. Back and ref. But I'm curious to see how this plays out, because there's so much counterplay potential in this draft. The Sergeant Hammer kind of got that ball rolling. I felt like once the Sergeant Hammer pick came in, the gloves were off. It was just like, well, you go for that, we're just gonna go for Chromie. Extra 33, thanks for following me. And if you go for Chromie, we're gonna go for Zeratul. And you took Sergeant Morales, so I know you don't like that. The Zeratul is going to be the game changer. If the Zeratul player can reliably get to that back line, it's going to be tough for Chromie and Morales to set up and do what they do best. And that might be all the time Sergeant Hammer needs to get an advantage. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Very intelligent drafting. Very exciting drafting. I'm really curious to see what happens here. Both teams have tools to make themselves a nightmare for the other team. One of the things I love about Heroes of the Storm is just like when the drafts are even like this, it just comes down to who's going to be the better team. So I hope you're excited. This is the first Division 1 game that I'll be casting for this season. But here we go. We are in there. All right, so on the left side, we got 2+2 equals team. Axon's going to be on Sergeant Hammer. Kiara's playing Thrall. Go Barrage. It's on Zeratul. Tracer Bullets on Tyrael. McNulty rounding out the comp on Rhaegar. Over on the right side, we got the gray shirts. Tragonos is on Greymane. Star Siller? I think his name's Star Chiller in the... Star Siller on Morales. Belize is on Murden. Breezy are on Chromie. Rat Pack playing Li Ming. All 5 members of the gray shirts rolling through mid before deciding to split off. It looks like they're going to have Greymane go up to the top lane. Breezy goes fishing, doesn't find anybody, but Zeratul is waiting in the wings. He's looking to go. He decides to turn around. He turns around. He's like, hey, I'm a little far from home. I don't know about all that just yet. The Thrall Greymane matchup is going to be interesting, because Thrall has a self-sustained, Greymane obviously doesn't. So Kiara in theory just continue to press the Q button on Greymane's face and that could be a problem. But Greymane has the wave clear once he goes into Wogan form. Oh, surprise! The time trap goes on Goldrise, and he's like, oh, this is awesome. McNulty getting poked for real. Breezy are showing they know how to time those skill shots. Again, the time warp goes down. It's going to be tough for Zeratul to make something happen down here. And he was just like, all right, I'm just going to go for Greymane. Fine, whatever. Whatever, man. And here he goes. He jumps out. There's the root. They timed it, and they're going to isolate him, get the kill. So Zeratul wasn't able to do it to Chromie, but they rotate up here on Greymane. You got to watch out for that. Zeratul's off the map. You got to play safe so you know what's going on. See what kind of value they get there. Tracer Bullet eating a ton of damage thanks to this ability-based damage. Again, Zeratul finds himself locked up, but he is able to teleport before that became a thing. Tracer Bullet actually teleports forward with Eldril's Might. He's not going to be punished for that too hard. Axon has to use his thrusters. He was caught forward pretty hard there, so once Tracer Bullet backed away, Hammer is a tank, but she's not a tank. So, first Immortal phase is going to be here. For now, the stat advantage goes over to 2+2. Rhaegar jumping in, getting that Feral Lunge. First damage for real on Tracer Bullet, who's going to start backing away. And the front line for 2+2 has been getting poked. And that's something that the Gray Shirts can look to capitalize on later. His shelf life out front is not very long, the way this has been going. Root goes down on Rat Pack. The Gray Shirts mainly just looking to defend. I'm not sure what kind of value they're going to get there. They do send Greymane up, and that's going to warrant a response. Go Barrage puts a good amount of damage on him. He says, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. So this is going to be interesting. Greymane, in a lot of ways, is very strong at being that Dark Horse on their own, burning down the Immortal while your team defends. But Zeratul stands to ruin a lot of those plans. He's already found out what it's like to be blown up once. They can rotate up there rather swiftly on him and land that root, and it could be a thing. Level 4 talent's going to be picked up. McNulty, eating a bunch of damage, is able to get out of there. Not in the wolf form. Master Warp Blade. Okay. I'm surprised to see that one. Q build for Thrall. A little bit of action here. Orb goes around, does not catch Tracer Bullet at full range. And this has been effectively a stalemate. Level 4 is now picked up for Gray Shirts. They don't have to play too coy right now. It looks like all 5 members are like, all right, we're just going to go race. We can rotate faster. We can put our foot on the pedal and start to do this. But look at that. 8,764. 8,463. This is going to be close. Both teams committing entirely to racing. And who's going to win the day? Wow. All right. So, first Immortal is going to go to 2+2 team. That was close. That was close. The ability-based damage of Li Ming and Chromie, you know, it's bursty, but it's not sustained. Like, it's not a consistent amount of damage. And that's what Hammer and Thrall really specialize in. That was more or less the story there. And Chromie can't really Q the Immortals. Axon positioned well in siege form, just casually melting the tower. It does get knocked back by a nice grenade from Star Solar. Good for him. Shield down on the Immortal halfway. This well should get claimed here. Go Barrage. I know he's tired of stepping on these time moves. Like he walks in there. I think that's the 3rd or 4th time that's happening.
Thus ends my assault on hell. I must rest.
Oh, alright, cool. We are going to see what happens next now. Level 7 is around the corner for 2+2 team. They could look to press an advantage here. They do again send Greymane up to the top to surf by himself. Zeratul has not yet rotated up there, so it's going to be a horror thing. Breezy are getting some chip damage put on them. Go Barrage is oh, gets sniped out by Rat Pack though. I was like, does he know he's on the left side of the map? Sergeant Hammer gets caught in the trap, loses over half their health in the blink of an eye. McNulty is there to be able to patch that up, and First Aid is also going to be really important. Go Barrage has to teleport out of there, but Star Solar's next to no help as well. Tracer Bullet attempted to chase, and this is a lot of effort over this siege camp. It doesn't look like ultimately is going to go over to 2+2 team, but it's going to cost him. Tyro's going to blow up. Rhaegar can't do anything about that. And Valiz just going to stroll away. Says, hey, hey, all right, cool. Got our kill. Got our kill. Level 7 as well. I hope you enjoy your siege camp. Hope you felt it was worth it. Wasn't duelist, so that's a stat. No, he was up in the top. Never mind. Cleanse, piercing bolt, obviously. So we got like a full-on Dragon's Breath build for and Calamity. So with that added burst, could be the difference maker in these immortal phases. Cavalier guest, thanks for hosting me. Breeziar is gonna hearth back. Wants to make sure they have enough mana for the show that's about to kick off. They may find themselves late on the rotation though. Bruiser Camp was picked up by 2+2 = team. So should this become the same prolonged progression that it was last time, 2+2 could look to get some value out of it. Especially with that fort already being damaged at about half health. Could be an entire thing. Chromie's not able to find a target for that burst damage. And they're playing coy, and they need to realize that Bruiser Camp's going to make it to the cross. They do have Greymane over there, though, and that stun led into a bunch of damage going on KR and McNulty both. And Tracer Bullet aggressive. Applying pressure to Star Solar, who does get help from the rest of his teammates. And Tragonos rotates up and gets bodied. Again, we find a situation where Greymane's isolated and taken down. That could become a problem later on. Tyrio gets collapsed on with the 20-foot jump shot from Chromie. Style points. They get the kill there, so they're not out of this yet. The Bruiser Camp was clear. That's cool. But Gray Shirts have not yet ventured across the map to apply any damage to their immortal, and that's something we don't want to think about sooner or later. And they have the numbers advantage for the moment, so it's kind of surprising. And Axon and McNulty seem to be fine with this progression rather than go for the immortal. They know they're down a number. They can just go to the bottom fort, but it might cost them Kiara. The Dwarf Toss is not able to body block him, so he's just able to escape. Not even close, bro. Not even close. This waiting game strategy, I don't know if it's going to end up paying off for the Gray Shirts. Heroics will be here before long. They're down in experience on that front. It's those Heroics who picked up this whole dynamic change. Axon eat a bunch of damage. The root goes down on Belize. The orb just misses from Ming. That could have been big. KR almost stepped onto that W from Chromie. That could have been funny. But now you're going to see the Gray Shirts say, hey, we should probably start clicking on this thing. But it might be too late. Level 10 is here now for 2+2 = team, and they're like 5+5 = 10. We got Heroics. Hey, we got Heroics. So now they're gonna start chasing them across the map. And the Gray Shirts are aware this. The Sundering splits out 2 members, but the turnaround engagement, Thrall gets immediately deleted before Tyrio can even think about using that sanctification. And he more or less just set himself up to be blown up there. He was just kind of in the sanctification alone, and it was just like, oh, well, once that drops, hi. That's a surprising turn of events. I'm pretty sure the 2+2 weren't expecting that. They're like, wait, we're level 10. How did this happen? But advantage the Gray Shirts for the moment. Still without their Heroics, curiously enough. They're gonna hearth back during halftime, unless Axon breaks that up. I'm wondering if that's gonna inspire them to just kind of hang out. Nope, Star Solar is going to go back, but now they're playing defense again. No one's going to go soak. They're still doing this without their Heroics. Void Prison is still available. We saw Ancestral Healing, we saw Sanctification, Summoning Reduce as well. Multis did a bunch of damage. Everybody's bunching up. Could this turn into kills? The Void Prison does go down. Breeziar and Star Solar, the only ones left out of the equation. Is the follow-up damage going to be there? Yes, it is. Merlin's going to go down. Rat Pack, the next target. Tragonos in a tough spot. Tracer Bullet chasing after the Eldruin's Might, securing another kill. And the Heroics are a whole thing. The Void Prison started all of it. Hey. Heroics are here now, but I mean, that's a hair late. That is a hair late. That's tough. So their Immortal's going to show up in the top part of the map now. Half shield on it. 4 takedowns to 4. So this is still very much anybody's game. Lady Sky, I am the backcast. So that'll be. Looking at these heroics, we got go for the throat. Medevac drop ship, so we might see some interesting antics there. Temporal loop, wave of force. Oh, disintegrate. Trying to disrupt hammer, perhaps. Shield is going to get burned down before too long. Temporal loop goes down, finds its target on Rhaegar. The damage is not going to be enough to secure a kill. Belize getting patched up by Star Siller. Stun goes down on Tyrael. He's getting a bunch of damage. They're poking at their own peril. Axon has not yet been able to really siege up and get the most value out of Sergeant Hammer. Mortal does go down. They are able to save their fort. They did it. They saved the watchtower at the enchantment under the sea ball. It's Back to the Future. I don't even know why I said that, but okay. So, 4 takedowns to 4. Lane's getting pushed up top. Breeziar and Tragonos eyeing this siege camp. Last time we saw someone go for a siege camp, it turned into an whole progression. Rat Pack gets isolated by Tracer Bullet, and he goes up and he's like, oh wait, everybody's here. Oh, I understand. He's like, all right, cool. I got the ancestral healing, but he again finds himself with no help. They had to use sanctification to keep him alive. He's gonna start back away. You see the retreat call. Goes for the throat. Tracer Bullet is able to get away with it thanks to a well-timed bullet prison. Neat. That was close. Level 13 is here then. The last time the Gray Shirts took a fight down to Talent Tier, it ended up going their way, but I don't know if that's a card you want to keep playing. Temporal Loop goes down. Gold Barrage is able to teleport away. Tragonos has no help. Eyes in the dark, saving his life. He manages to juke the Lava Strike. He's getting out of it. He's getting out of it. Very cheeky plays, but oh, the turnaround on Tyrael's face. He goes down. The explosion's not enough to secure any kills. And I know 2+2 = team is surprised at this. It's like, how come every time we go to take a fight up a Talent Tier, how's this happening? Like, I'm curious as well. It really speaks to the staying power of the Gray Shirts and their ability to land its first damage. Assassin's Blade, the pickup.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Okay. Imposing will. Oh, meanwhile at the Legion of Doom, T-Tours, Chromie gets blown up. That's huge. That's definitely going to pave the way for an advantage in this next Immortal phase. Chromie does damage. They are just going to look the race. Everybody rotates over from 2+2 = team. With the numbers advantage, they do stand to burn this down. But I mean, to the Gray Shirts' credit, they managed to keep up pretty well. They are in a tough spot. They still don't have level 13. They really commit to hanging out here in the middle lane during this Immortal phase, and with good reason. Doing it down to Talent Tier, it's dicey. I mean, it's a tough spot all the way around. You go around and soak more or less concede the Immortal, you're going to give them a full shield Immortal. And that's a whole pain in the neck. You either need to focus more on soaking between phases, or just, I don't know. I mean, what they've been doing has been kind of working out for them. They haven't had any Immortal yet. But, every time they take a team fight down a tier, it's been panning out for them, I would argue. So that's neat. Yara, McNulty, Tracer Bullet gonna go ahead and pick up this Bruiser Camp. The Bruiser Camp not at all a concern for the Gray Shirts. The burst damage after Temporal Loop. Hammer gets blown up. Gets their postage stamp. That's a kill. That's gonna help them get to 13, I can tell you that one. So they pick up level 13. You're gonna have On the Prowl, Spell Shield, Healing Static. So Murden's now tough to kill. Reaching for time, Illusionist. More mobility for Li Ming. They're going to rotate up and try to apply pressure, but even without Sergeant Hammer, they can race. Putting a bunch of damage onto this. They're trying to dissuade this. The wave of force is not going to be enough. And this is going to be another Immortal for 2+2 = team. They're on the verge of hitting level 16, so the Gray Shirts again find themselves in a position where they might be looking at taking fights down Talent Tiers, but I don't think they've lost one yet. So they don't seem too discouraged. Rat Pack trying to get some poke damage out there. Void Prison is down for 40 seconds. Not going to be up for this next progression. Within Sanitation and Sundering are though. Tracer Bullet jumps forward, trying to apply pressure to Greymane, who is now at half health. He is able to jump back to Sundering. checks Belize into the boards, but he is able to get around the corner. The Stormbolt goes down. The Sanctification has to get used to save the very front of his base. What kind of follow-up damage? The Ancestral Healing is going to reset his health bar as well. This bottom keep is under assault. It might be dropping here. The poke damage has to come out from Breezy R and Rat Pack, and they're doing an admirable job. But it's going to be close. The keep does good.
Thus ends my assault on hell.
Keep goes down. Level 16's picked up. They have no losses on that front. Right now, advantage 2+2 this team. Level 16 picked up. You're gonna see Executioner with Giant Killer for Sergeant Hammer. That's cool. Forked Lightning, Rending Cleave. This is an interesting build from Zeratul. But hang on, we got a whole engagement on this, and they want to try to press their tier advantage. Again, they find themselves losing team fights down to talent tier, but Gobaraj is there. He's able to apply pressure to kill on Grey Mane. Says, hi, I can teleport. Remember me? And then Breezy R said, hi, I'm Chromie. I can blow you up. Remember me? But then you're going to see Lieutenant Morales going down. This is a full-on bloodbath. McNulty more just body blocking Rat Pack than anything else. Belize misses the storm, but Lava Strike goes down on Rat Pack, and oh no! How did that? Wait, what? Li Ming goes down in a questionable manner, and you're gonna see Merlin blow up as well. And this is the first team fight they drop, being down to talent. And a big one. That's a biggie. Bruiser Camp is picked up. It's gonna start getting melted down by the key. Okay. A surprising lack of value there. But, catapults and crew. Oh no, the Bruiser Camp's down here. What was that? Alright. Anyway, that all gets cleared out. Immortal Phase is going to be here in 10 seconds. Star Sailor throwing these grenades out, trying to do what they can. Now this is a tough spot for the Gray Shirts, but they should be able to take this fight. Alright, so yeah, they get level 16. So this is going to be the fight. This one's going to determine a lot. Axon is able to siege up, adding that immortal damage to the equation. Everybody's rocking and rolling with the rogues on the side of the Gray Shirts. This is effectively their moment. Force of Wave Force. Isolating people. Tracer Bullet again, the first target. Gobaraj just avoids the perfect Storm Bolt. Ancestral Healing lands on Tyrael. Axon's going to start backing away. He's like, hey, I'm not supposed to be on the front line, excuse me. And for the moment, it looks like Chromie and Li Ming have been able to effectively poke them out. Stormbolt goes down, the follow-up isn't there. Dragonos on the chase. Has already used Go for the Pearl. No one's going. Perhaps I spoke too soon. Zeratul gets rocked at the tail end of that. Giving the numbers advantage over to the Gray Shirts. 43 seconds they're going to be without their stealthy. These death timers are going to become a thing. They have to send Li Ming back to go clear out bottom. They don't want catapults reaching a cord all casual like. And that's the value you get out of getting an early keep. Like, numbers advantage more or less is thrown out the window when you have to continue to play janitor and make sure Winions aren't stealing the game. Belize lands a Stormbolt on Tracer Bullet. Orb just misses. Tyrael continuing to hang out front, feeling he's going to live forever, and Breezy R is being too to say about that. Halftime is called. Belize might want to try to do a toss out of here. Lands a stun. No, he's committed. He's committed like you read about. No, he doesn't end up tossing over. Star Sailor's got half man. He's like, all right, hey, man. Time Trap goes out on Axe. See the time. Oh! An abrupt amount of damage. PG-13 immediately on that one. Dragonos is able to somehow stay alive even though he had next to no health. The follow-up damage is actually going to end up being a kill on Murden. Tracer Bullet beats the cocktail, continues to live anyway. Void Prison goes down. This is a hectic team fight. Li Ming goes down next. McNulty's the next target by Breezy R. The medevac gets dropped. And oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Breezy R is an apt name because he just got left out to dry the hard way. Left flapping in the wind. The medevac takes off. That's tough. That's tough. Dragonos does rotate back here. They managed to save the core from losing any true damage. I'm still back here at that Chromie. I love this game, man. I love this game. But the blue immortal's here. He's gonna spawn. Hammer's not too far behind. Gogurai's real cheeky, leaning forward, trying to get the kill on Starsealer. Not able to do that. Orb damage. Leaning is back. Everybody's back on the side of the gray shirts. Bunch of damage going down on Xerath, so he's like, oh, all right, cool. Resets his health bar with the Ancestral Heal. Now that's taken off. The bottom keep, or the top keep gets claimed. Still shield left. The Sundering actually breaks up the damage, and his Targanos almost goes down. He's able to jump back. Starsealer keeping him alive, catching him up. Tracer Bullet putting all kinds of pressure on to Starsealer. Sanctification has to be used. Police pops Avatar, keeps himself alive. Stormbolt goes down. Greymane drops. This is it. This is it. This is too much. This is too much. This is too much. 2 + 2 equals team. Coming away with a win in a very fun game. Holy crap. Yeah, Ty, I was yucking it up on that game. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, Breezy-R getting stuck outside that medevac. That's highlight worthy right there. I had a good time looking at that one, as evidenced. That's another Chair League game in the record books. At the end of the progression, it's going to be 2 + 2 equals win. I'm going to add 1 to the win column there. GG's. Well played. That was a well played game, though. It was a lot of fun. I would definitely commend Kiara. I feel like Kiara kind of sealed that game. The temporal loop came down, and that Sundering was like perfectly timed to disrupt the Chromie burst. More or less saved their team because that damage could have been crucial there. But that was fun, man. That was fun. Yeah. I have a best of 3 set starting in 14 minutes. You guys definitely want to stick around for this. It's going to be Hold My Bear going up against Team Skylight. Lady Sky and her crew were able to win Season 2 of Chair League Division 2. And then they jumped up to the Pro Division. And they're going to be going up against a very interesting roster, to say the least. For those of you who don't know. So, Hold My Bear, or I'm sorry, Team Space Bear? Apparently they changed the name now. So Team Space Bear, their roster includes Trixler, Dunk Train, J-How, Dreadnought, Kilaris, Rajar. It's the caster crew. So it's gonna be cool to watch them play. They're gonna be on the other end of it. I'm excited to cast it. Hey, Wins, you missed you missed a hilarious game, man. I'm still over here yucking it up over Breezy-R getting left outside that medevac. That put a smile on my face. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm gonna take a break for the moment, though. Don't go anywhere. Get everything set up for that best of 3. It's gonna be a wild time. Yeah. Hang on. Stay tight. DJ Tyrant.